This is a 2022 Furrion 3-burner range, and we had a burner here in the back that was actually not functioning properly. It was actually a defective burner installed, and so I contacted Furrion directly and got them to send me a replacement. And we're going to go ahead and replace that. Now, the first step in doing that is you have to remove the stove top. And for those of you who haven't already done that, that means lifting the top itself from the rear. It won't lift out if you're lifting from the front. You do have to lift it from the rear. And as you can see, as you lift it, it'll rock forward. And then you want to slide it back just a little bit and then lift it out. So this is what it looks like after you get the top off, and as you can see easily all 3 burners there. And the one that we were having issue with was the one on the left side. I actually already replaced it. This is the one that actually came out of it. As you can see, the mount was all bent up, and boy oh boy, it looked like it was either a used one or abused one or both that they installed in this brand new stove. So as I said, I ordered a replacement and installed that. Now there's just two screws, as you can see here, that are screwed into the sheet metal. You can back those out. You want to be sure that when you put the screws back in, that you don't tighten those down too forcefully. Otherwise you'll strip the sheet metal, because you're only going into a very thin layer of sheet metal. After you remove those screws, this piece actually just slides over the nipple here, so that it will slide. It'll just slide forward, slide right off, no problem. Where I ran into a problem was with this wire connection, and that actually connects back into here. Let's see if I can get it. It's actually the second one over from the right of the screen there. It's the second one over. And, you know, my expectation was, because this was a compression fit, that I would just put a piece or put a pair of pliers on those, needle nose pliers, and back it out. And it turns out that those things are, they're very, very tight in that fitting. There's actually a little bit better view. The issue is there's like a rubber protective boot over top of the fitting itself at the end of that wire, and it seemed that either from heat or purposely that rubber was darn near glued or welded to the porcelain or plastic piece there, and so simply putting a pair of pliers on there and backing that out wasn't going to happen. I ended up putting so much pressure on it that it kind of broke the wire itself, and then I had to get a pair of needle nose pliers on the portion of the barrel that slides into that plastic fitting and pull that metal barrel out, and then kind of take a pointed tool like this, which I use to dig out the remnants of the rubber that was left inside of that fitting, inside that plastic fitting. So after I got the rubber out of there and clean that up a little bit, then I was able to take the new wire and, again, using needle nose pliers, push that into that receptacle. So there's a shot of the needle nose pliers on the, I guess you would probably call it the male portion of this plug that fits into the receptacle. And it didn't take a lot of pressure to push it in. As I said, the concern was when I was trying to pull it out, so going the opposite direction and pulling out, it just wasn't moving at all. And that's where the repair at that point became less obvious. My concern was, what am I missing? I really wasn't missing anything at all, other than, like I said, that rubber boot that goes over that metal plug had adhered itself to the plastic receptacle, which made it very difficult to pull it out. So hope these pointers are helpful, and that you never have to replace a burner. But if you do, that's how you do it.